Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm your guy, Just Major. What's happening? This is Don't Get Tricked, and we back with episode 6. What's up?
Yo, 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 it's your boy, Big Lee.
Hello, my peoples. It's your girl Drea.
But what's up with y'all though, man? It's a new week. We back recording. What's new? What's popping? What's good? What's hood?
Well, first of all, let me ask you, man, how the house coming along? Last time we talked, man, you had just closed, and I know y'all moved in and everything. What's going on with that?
Man, the house, beautiful. It's a dream come true.
Okay.
Dream. It wasn't my dream, but I'm glad I took it. Got somebody dream.
That's it.
It's been good. Like we've been here for over a week now, swimming in it, having friends over, celebrating and enjoying it. We actually, last night was the first night where it was just my family, because we had my friends over and then her family came up. So it's good. I sent out, I had the Chris Rock skit from one of his shows. He said, I keep a bag packed because I don't know, I'm waiting for the white person who really owns the house to come home. He said, all right, Blackie, time to get out. I knew this was coming. Good thing that. Because that's how I feel. Because I feel like you in the Airbnb, and I got to go back to Pembroke Pines to my 1-bedroom apartment that we lived in before we moved here. But
Yeah.
it's a blessing. We humbled, we're grateful, and we work hard to go get what we got, and we appreciate it, and appreciate the love and support we've been having from our friends and family. So I appreciate you even asking, and can't wait for y'all to, you to come down. Drea had been over, probably already too much. She already wore out her welcome.
Is that was the family you kept talking about, kept coming over?
Oh, the ones that don't want to leave.
It's like, all right, what y'all about to do?
Hey, shut the lights off. They outside again.
Be the conversation every time. What y'all about to do? Oh, we about to come over. What
We about to do so.
So mind you, let me break this part down. So the day we moved,
Yeah.
and I'm like, we move. Her husband come help me unload the truck. He run off to a party, for a guy that he know. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, yo, I'm gonna come back later. I'm like, all right. Boom, we move in. When we move in, we expect people to come over, chill out. Just especially the ones that help me.
Yeah.
We get some food, play some games, and so we'll get some food, play some games, and then I hit up Drea like, what's good? You coming over? No. So shoot, no. All this time, like, look, you've been waiting for my family to move up so we can hang out, do these
Right.
cool stuff, and then when I get there, you're like, nah. I'm like, what? She's
Yeah.
like, oh, I thought y'all wanted to spend the first night in your new home by yourselves and stuff. I said, I got her mom up here, my wife's mom up here, her nephew.
Yeah.
I got all my like 3 or 4 of my friends, and we sitting there waiting for them, thinking like, yo, they about to come over. She's like, no. I'm like, guess we wasn't as good as friends as we thought.
Yeah. Just ready for you to leave her crib. So now she's like, all right, tired of this dude. Let me give him some space for a little bit.
I just thought when you move into a new house, they want to enjoy their house. I didn't know they had company over already. Like, I knew they was moving in with company, but I didn't know they was finna play games and stuff. I thought they was gonna be breaking their house in. It's new. Like me, I'm ready to
Process.
carry it in the house and enjoy my house the first night.
Hey, a year ago, she helped us move down to Pembroke Pines, and asked her, did they stay the night, the first night?
That was you was renting. Now you own. This is your house for life until you decide to get rid of it. Like, It's a difference.
Is it really?
Yes.
The process is kind of the same.
No. See, you got to enjoy the house that you mortgaging, because
Look,
that's the house.
regardless, it's one night. Like I said, the rest of my life, I got this house.
Exactly.
Just
No,
one night.
after that one night, then I'll be there the rest of your life at the house.
Oh.
Damn. Okay.
So, but that's what's going on with me. That's what, like I said, she ended up coming over. We ended up having fun that night. And then we, like I said, we had countless other times within the week that her family coming over, enjoying it. And it feels good to be back, in the area close to actual friends and hang out. Cause at my other place, I didn't have no friends down there that were really close. Yeah, we got with all the time. So, but what's new with y'all, Drea, Rick?
Well, I just been mentally preparing my mind to get ready for work. I start work back tomorrow. I've been out since March.
Hey.
So
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh man.
so I'm just getting my mind together mentally to go back to work. Like, I'm gonna miss being home with my child.
So that probably means you're not getting no sleep tonight.
So like,
No, I gotta be to work in the morning.
it's like the first day of school. You got your outfit picked out. She about to go put it on, try it on, walk past the mirror a couple of times, shine her boots.
He's gonna fit a little different.
Yeah.
Yep. So now, congratulations on coming back to work. We missed you at work, so it'll be good to have you back.
Oh man, it's gonna be good to make that check. Go back to a raise.
Hey, walking into a raise. Okay.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing.
Oh, big money.
I'm trying to get like you.
Major, what about you, man? Tell me what's up, bro.
And unfortunately, I had a death in the family this past weekend.
Sorry,
So I
Lord.
had to appreciate it. Had to leave town, go out of town, go support my cousins down in North Carolina, and pretty much spent more time on the road than actually enjoying my family. But the good thing is, the messed up part about the situation is it is death. You know what I mean? But the on the good side about that is, you around your family, some cousins you ain't seen in some time. You're able to reconnect a little bit, and just talk about old memories and good things and have good company around you. You know what I mean? And meet, other different people too. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing when you get around family. But the sad thing about it is, like a lot of families, I realize we don't like show love when we should. You know what I mean? And just like even like remember back in the day when like family reunions were a big deal. Like I remember when I was young, we used to go to family reunions. You know what I'm saying? Like I hated it because I knew we were driving to like Florida or something. But I'm like, when you get there, it's like, well, who this uncle? Who this cousin? I don't know all these old people, but it was always old people. It was like, you'll never know nobody your age. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But now we had me and the boys had a good time, you know what I'm saying? So we was able to just show our love, pay our respects to my cousin on his loss, and just make it back safe and sound over the highways. Ran into a lot of traffic, like stop and go traffic at that. So, but it was all good though. So now we back in action, back here, back home.
Yeah, and let me touch on the get together. And once again, I'm sorry for your loss. It's what I don't like about death. It's a lot you don't like about death, but we love to get together during death, but I don't like that it shouldn't only happen during death.
Right.
Celebrate life while we're here. And like you said, the family reunions is big. A couple of episodes when we had my cousin Chaz on, me and him, we talked because we got a big family. The Zacharys are big.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about, we need to put a family reunion together, get all together. And it's a shame because with me moving out, some of my cousins that I grew up close with, I don't even know their kids like that.
Yeah.
They don't know my kids. And when I'm going to see them when somebody pass away and I go to the funeral, that shouldn't be it.
Right.
That's,
Exactly.
that shouldn't be the only time. So we gotta, and this ain't just family, it's friends too. It's, don't let's only get together. That's why for my wedding, I wanted to do a big celebration. So it's brings all my family and friends together. And it's not just when somebody passed away that I get to see them. So, like I said, sorry for your loss,
Appreciate it.
and pray for your cousin, and that they get through this and these tough times. So,
Definitely tough, man. And I think, and touching on what you touched on when you talk about friends and friendships, it goes a long way to have those real good friendships, that network of friends that you can lean to and bond with. Not necessarily all the times in your time of need, but just in general. Like sometimes we all need somebody to listen to or somebody to talk to and just to vent, just to yell, just to help you get through some things. You know what I mean? Just like I said, just to talk to. You have some friends that you can go out with and they're a good time to go out with. But then you got other friends who are good listeners who you can confide in and really open up to them, and they can really give you some positive advice or guidance or whatever, and just have the best intentions for you. You know what I mean? So like some friendships in the case become more family
yeah,
than your family.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and like I said, and obviously our discussion this week is on friendship, and it's uh it's big to me because it's a lot of my friends I treat like family, and I like to have it. You like to have it the same way, but sometimes it come off, and you notice that the way you treat someone, they don't treat you the same,
Right.
and it comes back to a friendship I had in college, and a roommate. There was a college roommate, and he lives in Vero Beach. I live in Port St. Lucie. So what is that? About 25 minutes away. Straight down the road. It's an easy shot. Hit him up. Like, yo, it's good. We gonna get together. Let's link. Man, I don't even know. Obviously, it could be Corona. Might feel a certain way about that.
Mm-hmm.
But the text was like it was a forced conversation. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a forced conversation. So it was like no energy there. Like I'm forced into having to talk to you. Like,
Yeah.
so why am I still talking to this person? Did did we grow apart? Probably. We in different stages of our life. College is different.
Yeah.
Young. That's when I met him. That's 17 years ago.
Right.
I'm a different person than I was in 17 years ago. And do you think uh how you feel about outgrowing your friendships?
Um, Me, I feel like I had a best friend since I was in first grade. She was my best friend. And I feel like our friendship, I wouldn't say we still talk, but I feel like our friendship is not as strong as we used to be, because as we got older, we did different things. So the things that she went to do, I wasn't interested in. And and it's like people change, I guess, and it's like you have to separate yourself. So I just found myself separating myself from her, just because of the path she was on. It wasn't the path I wanted to be on. So don't get me wrong, we still talk to this day, but we're not as close as we used to. Like, we were so close, you wouldn't see her without me. You wouldn't see me without her. Like, we did everything together. It was in every school, every grade together, everything. So it we was real close. And I mean, we still talk here and there once in a blue moon. If I have something, I invite her and her child over. They come, they come. They don't, they don't. It's to that point. I've met 2 other friends since high school, and we've been close since then. Like, they're my sisters. They're beyond my best friends. They're my sisters. And it's like, yeah, we all stay different places now. We getting older, so we doing moves for what's best for us. So one stay in Orlando, one stays in Tallahassee. And we just I don't know, we click tight. Like I said, like y'all said, friends could be, closer to you than your own family, and that's how I feel about my best friends.
So with the one person that was your best friend growing up, do you feel there's a chance that y'all can get back to that one day? Like, or what would it take for you to get back to that? And or do you even try to go there? You just like, okay, no, this is where we're at.
Well, I don't think we're ever gonna get back to that best friend stage, because she, like I say, she's still living her life, and she travels a lot and she does a lot of things, and we're not in the same place, so we don't. She's always busy. It's like, I hit her up, and it's like sometimes she don't answer. She's like, "Oh, I'm busy," So, I don't think it's ever gonna be back to best friends, because we just don't have the time in the day. Like, well, I won't say I don't have the time for her. I feel like she don't have the time for me. So
I feel you on that. I feel like in certain situations, like at some point you grow, and if you don't feel like the friend that you were close with younger, they're growing at your pace, then you kind of leave them in a sense. It's not like you necessarily mean to, but at the same time, it's like you don't want them holding you back from doing what it is that you want to do. For example, like if I'm pursuing a wife and a family and trying to make that happen, I'm not going to be like doing certain things that I used to do with a other friend that is opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, like for example, you know, my family pretty much a couple of them turned their back on me when I made a decision to get married early. Maybe they knew something I didn't know now. You know what I'm saying? But in general, but it was just like instead of us having a conversation and expressing to one another how we felt about the situation, about each other, whatever the case may be, it was just like, nah, I'm not rocking with you, whatever, whatever. Then blame me for the way they are now. Like, I'm like, nah, like at the end of the day, like we all grown, we all make our own decisions. You know what I'm saying? I can't hold you, you can't hold me accountable for a choice you made. You know what I mean? And just moving on from that is like when it comes to certain friends that you grew up with, it's like I had close friends that I grew up with. And again, like Drea said, you going one way, I'm going another way. It's no love lost. It's just I'm moving in this direction. You're not coming in the same direction I'm coming, nor am I coming your direction. So you might have your new group of friends, and I might form my new group of friends, and it's okay. But when we see each other, we'll catch up for a little bit, chop it up, and keep it pushing. It's not like how it used to be where we hanging out all day, we having a great time, blah blah blah. Nah, we're not on that like that. Like I still care about you as a friend. I still want to see you do well as a friend. I still want to see you prosper and succeed. But we not on the same level. We not on that same course of direction that we going.
And with the friend from college, my college roommate, uh, I think because we have our circle, and a bunch of us from college, we still tight to this day. We travel together. We in a group chat together, and my one boy homeboy is like, "Hey, so add him to the group chat. Maybe we could encourage him to, get to a place that he feel better, because I think a lot of it is his mentality,
Mm-hmm.
and him feeling that he's not in the right space to be around the people he went to college with, that he was real tight with. Because like we said, we was real tight, but you see the college friends that I'm in, we in a group chat and we talk about career advancements that we want to do. Two of my friends are cops, and one dude's talking about making 200 some thousand, possibly one day, with being a cop out there in New York City. Another one want to be a detective. Then talk to my one friend that's he want to do. He does different traveling stuff on top of real estate, buying real estate, and into the stock market. We sharing, this is the type of stuff we sharing, and the other friend might not be in that space, or he don't feel he can contribute to it, so he stays away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got, and we still got love for him. The love never gonna leave, and we all want him to do the best, but it's like maybe we grew going different directions. And
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because we want him to grow with us, because we want everyone to be successful, have a wonderful life. Let's all travel together. Let's all make great memories together with our families, and that's what we try to do. And I still hit them up. I just not as often as I have been before, but so yeah, that's how it is. And let's tell me about uh situations where family or friends have become family to y'all.
Well, like I said, my best friends are my sisters, and I've also had other friends that's not my sisters by blood, but I call them my sisters because either their family been there for me, I was able to turn to them, because as y'all know, I lost my parents at a young age, so different families, like people I hung around, their parents felt the need to take me in or to nurture me and help raise me, I guess. So basically I grew up calling their kids my sister, my brother, and also, like, if I feel like I look at Lee as my brother. Um, you know, my I would want, my my husband make a joke all the time and say, my daughter has 1,000,001 aunties, because she don't know nobody's name, but she call everybody TT, 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 because they're like my friends, but they're also my sisters and my brothers. So
I mean, I had a couple friends like that. Like pretty much all you guys that I'm in this beautiful company with. We all got history, man. 20+ years, man. It's hard to erase. Certain situations we had certain fallouts, not even fallouts, but just lack of communication, not communicating. What I'm saying? For whatever reason, life happens. What I'm saying? But we always came back together. We always handled it and was able to progress and move forward. You know what I mean? Then one particular friend, I met him when I was 11. You know what I'm saying? Me and him been rocking forever. You know what I mean? Even though he's a deadbeat godfather, and I want him to know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, deadbeat godfather to my oldest son, but it is what it is. But that's my man, though. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's the same thing, man. It's like when you got friendships that matter to you, and when I say matter, I mean like that'll see you through the worst you've been, the worst, your lowest point in life, and to help you progress and to help you build you up and uplift you and encourage you. You know what I'm saying? And motivate you to get you back on your feet. Because ultimately, we all want to succeed. We all want to be successful. We all want to be good. Just be good. You know what I mean? And like one day I remember with you leave, like last year you was talking about taking a cruise. And you was like, it'll be good to have my sons, your kids, other families just all connected. You know what I'm saying? So, and I thought about that. At first I was like on the edge. Remember, I was on the edge. I was like, but now I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it happen eventually.
Yep. Yeah, it's I tell you, and I'm with the same way with you, Drea. Mateo, a lot of uncles. They be like, yo, you got uncle this, and I got 4 actual blood brothers, and but there's so many friends and family that I consider like brothers, like real brothers. And the crazy thing is, I tell my wife, and I tell her like, because we had a small wedding. My brother actually flew down for it, Dante, but I'm kind of glad it wasn't a big wedding because I have a difficult choice of choosing groomsmen.
Yeah,
That's how many good friends I have.
I would have came if I was in it.
Look, I go back to way back yonder when you got married. I'm in your wedding. The most recent one of Drea wedding. I'm in her wedding.
Right.
Now I've been best man in 2 weddings.
Right.
And I'm glad I ain't have to choose nobody. And we got a hopefully, God willing, renewal in 5 years. So after 5 years, so we got 3 years left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not ready to pick like 5 groomsmen.
Why don't you just do a big celebration? That way you don't got to pick no groomsmen.
Well, because we want to do the ceremony part again. So you renew it, and it's gonna be in Dominican Republic, in Punta Cana. So, and we'll see if you go to that one.
In there.
But like I said, it's the friends that turn family. I always, one of my favorite verses of all time. One of my favorite tracks is "Can I Live" from the Locks. The verses from Styles P. And when he says blood thicker than water, only in certain cases you need water to live. You learn that in the basics. And this is when it comes down to, because I always heard the saying of, from your cousins, like, blood's thicker than water, when they feel like they've been slighted, you choosing a friend over, blood, or you got to pick one, like, hey, remember, blood thicker than water. Well, you remember you need water to live. So that's one of my favorite cases. But when I first started the convo here, we talked about returning. You got to return the same love too. And at times, I think I might do it I might be too dedicated or too hardcore in terms of my action. And I bring up an example because like you let that deadbeat Godfather, I know who you are. No. But so let's take this. It's a quick example, and it came up. So last year, best man in this wedding, right? So my guy, football coach in the NFL. So I tell him all the time, look, I'm your best man. You go to Super Bowl, I'm getting a ticket. I don't care. So I said, before your wife's your in-laws and all that stuff, I'm up there. I'm after your mom and maybe your brothers. I might even be before them. But so you expect, if I'm the best man, right? This is my brother. I consider him my brother. That's how I look at it.
Right.
He's having a baby. At a baby shower, and I didn't get an invite within a year. In 1 year, it's a virtual baby shower at that.
So it was log on.
Yeah, log on. Look, I could have been logged on. I just threw on a shirt and I ain't have no drawers or nothing on. It wouldn't have known. I just been like this. You don't know how I'm sitting.
Got you. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I said, man. He was like, So he was like, I called him, you know, I'm talking to him. His wife is there. I was messing with him at first. I was like, dang, I didn't even get the invite. Then he hits me with the, nah, I just invited family, you know, like my cousins and stuff. I said, oh shoot, with the red fox. Let's
Hold on.
join you,
Bro, it was virtual.
yo,
I'm only inviting family, but you can't log on.
yo.
What?
So it was family, right? And then he said his cousins, and so I'm like, see, this is, and I told him I had to school him like, yo, I look at you as family. If I got some type of event that's important, because he was like, I didn't think you think it was boring. He might not. He thought it was just like, oh, it's just some baby. He, you know, sometimes he think like things not as important or serious. But I said, listen, if you got some type of major event, that's a major thing in your life. I'll be there to support you.
Right.
I hope you'll be there to support me. And if I call you my brother or family, that's just not for namesake. I'm not
Right.
hating you. So I said, and he's like, so he invited his cousins and stuff like that. If he'd have just said, I invited my brothers, sisters, my mom, okay, that's immediate family.
Right.
I could see that.
You can live with that.
When he said, I invited my cousins, I said, your cousins? Oh, so no. And then I asked my wife, like, I talked to you more than anybody. And I'm the one that didn't get the invite, bro.
Right.
So, but that's how I look at it. Like, if I'm calling you a brother, I'm not just saying it for namesake. If I got family stuff going on, you are invited. You know, Drea, I look at both brother, sister, her husband, one of my brothers. I'm gonna invite y'all to stuff going on. If y'all can't make it, but you're gonna get the invite.
Right.
You're gonna know, like, hey, this is an important event. If you can make it, you can make it. If not, it's not hard, no hard feelings. So that actually just happened like last week.
Oh dang.
Yeah, so I'm like, dang, felt as a best man.
Talk about like say for instance, you're a friend. Say you, Lee, and Chris, y'all all homeboys. You and Chris fall out. Lee's still the friend in the middle. How would y'all handle that situation?
Oh, we had that happen.
Hey, so
I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. One.
I don't want to be stealing all the shine, but you tell the situation, and just know I'm always the one that brings. I'm the glue.
That's what I say. Can you let me big you up? Dang. Nah, but it was kind of like, one of our closest friends. Me and him had an issue. Something that came between us, which is something that comes between a lot of friendships, is money, and it almost really took our friendship. And Lee would call me, yo, what you doing? Da, da, da. Yo, you got to fix it. Basically, telling me what I got to do. Like me as a man, I knew I had to fix it because it was my screw up to fix. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I ended up fixing that. And then not only that, it was just like a lot of times I wouldn't be in communication with our friends that live up here. Time to time, yeah, we'll see each other. What's up? What's going on? Da da da. But that was it. But when Lee would come up, we'll all hook up. You know what I'm saying? And we'll all reconnect. We'll all like build again. Like, and when we all came back together, it was like we never was apart. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say it for the record. Yes, Lil Medium Lee was the glue. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, for me, I can only speak for myself. I had to be a man and step up and acknowledge where I was wrong at. You know what I mean? And ask for forgiveness and move forward, because that's what life is about. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to lose good people in your life. You know what I mean? Real good friendships in your life over some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? That could have been easily, honestly resolved. But I let pride get in the way. I let BS get in my way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's that. Like I had to grow up for the most part. I had to mature. I had to be a man and call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and now look at us. We done started a company together, so we in a good spot. I got a question for y'all. So is changing wrong on friends? Like feeling you changed if the other person isn't growing?
It's supposed to change. That's called growth. If you stay the same and your friends stay the same, you know, you're just gonna be the same. You can't grow like that. Like you need people in your corner that's gonna elevate you. Like they always say, you make as much as the top 5 people you hang around with the most. So what do smart people do that want to make more money? They start hanging out with people more money than them, and naturally they pick some stuff up from what they got, whether it's networking, connections, whatever the case may be. So is to answer your question, is changing wrong? No, I think it's needed.
Exactly. I feel the same way. We definitely have to change as we grow. As we get older and wiser, we definitely need to expand our horizon and have those people like Just Major said, have those people in our corner. Like, okay, so we making more money or we want to make more money. We're gonna go find someone that can help or that we can look up to or that can motivate us to get there. And I feel as if my friend's not trying to change, then we not those same high school students or the same college students. We have to move as our age move. We can't stay teenagers for life.
Mm-hmm. And I think as you as you grow, your values change, your morals change, like your life goals change. Like when you start having kids, you start for the most part for most people, you start seeing life in a whole different perspective. You see it, okay, this is not about me anymore. I can't be the same person that I was. So I gotta move different now because I want what's best for my kid. I want this and that and third for my kid. Now, if you got those friends that are still trying to get you to do old stuff, nah, I can't do it, bro. I got responsibilities now. I got a wife, I got a kid, I got this going on. Nah, it's time for me to really buckle down and handle my business. So, and if they can't understand that, then that's on them. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a real friend should be able to understand that and support you with that. Now, that might not be what they want, and that's completely fine. But they got to understand that the dynamic is definitely going to change. They can still be a part of your life, but not to the magnitude that it was before. That has to change.
Yeah, and I'm with you both. We all have changed, even if you're like, nah, I'm still the same. Same person. I'm from Newburgh, New York. I'm still that same dude. I'm not. I've changed a lot. I've matured. Uh, I like different things, and some of my friends from back there were still the same. Like I said, I got love for them, but it's not the same circle. You seen my circle when I was growing up in junior high, right? From the people I grew up in Lake Street.
Mm-hmm.
I had talked to them occasionally now, and
Right.
it's not that we just grew apart and we all changed, and it's not a bad thing. Things Life happens. Life comes at you different. We all start once we get older. We all do different things. So it hasn't. I still consider them friends, but it's not the same as when I grew up, when we was always around each other.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I talk to them every once in a blue. Uh,
One thing I see a lot, like, and especially particularly with the youth now, they switch up friends like they wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they go from one friend to another friend, another friend. And I say that because I see my sons. Like they have their core group of friends. They have like 2 or 3 solid friends that they hang with, but then they got these other friends. that are just there. And I try to tell my sons and teach my sons, like, yo, everybody ain't your friend. Don't mistake that. And that's why, you know, it was like, the thing about it is, don't get tricked, because everybody ain't your friend. Everybody don't got the best intent for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can take that as youth, as adults. They not your, they gotta come at you and tell you all this sweet stuff. Oh, I'm gonna hook you up. Oh, we're gonna do this, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Like, you gotta read between the lines. You gotta be smart, and you gotta know that, like, nah, like, this ain't worth me doing this, or this. You know what I mean? Like, this adds no value to my life.
And that's so true. I got a good example of at work. I'm in the union, so this guy, he had an issue, complaint. He wanted some backing. He's lower in seniority, and then he'll come on and chat and be like, hey, you know, I look at you all. I look at, you know, y'all as some friends and this and that. I'm thinking to myself, well, that's your first mistake. Not
Mm-hmm.
what is your friend? They could be acquaintances, co-workers, especially. But you don't even know my wife. You don't know my wife's name. You don't know my son's name. You're not my friend.
Right.
I don't hang out with you outside of work. We're not friends. We're co-workers. We're acquaintances. You're a good person I could talk to. But if you ain't hitting me up to hang outside of work, we're not friends.
Right.
So like you said, don't get tricked thinking everyone's your friend. I don't wish ill will towards them.
Right.
We're not friends.
And then
Question for y'all. So that just brought me up to thinking, would y'all accept your friend back if, you know, y'all have a falling out and they go on social media bashing you, putting out all your information you trusted them with, and then, you
That's
know, couple of months down the line,
that's y'all females with it. No, I'm joking.
I see males do it too. In a couple of months down the line, you know, they wanna be back your friend. Would you ever be able to befriend them back after you did that?
I haven't had an issue of anybody trying to like bash me on social media, and I've had fallen out with friends, and Major gave an example of, you know, one of our friends in our company that he almost had a falling out with. I had another one. I had a falling out with a friend within our company, and I ain't talked to him for 2 years because for a while I was on. If I fall out with you, I'm done with you. I'm completely done. I don't want to hear from you. And one of our other friends, Christian, he was trying to make it right. I'm like, nah, because that I went out with the dude, like, yo, let me crash on your couch. Mind you, I'm like 3 hours away from the crib. We've been out drinking, so I'm like, yo, let me crash on your couch. His girl at the time wouldn't let it. He wouldn't let me crash on his couch, and I'm like, once again, this whole you call me your brother. If that was an actual blood family member, he wouldn't have let that happen. So at that point, I'm like, so you're gonna let me, a person that had been drinking, drive somewhere? Now I got to get a hotel. Luckily, I had another friend in town who was like, all right, come crash, sleep on the couch. So I went over there, but I was done with him. So after a couple of years, I was like, you know what? Let me end it, because now I started thinking when I start to get back to a point of life's too short for me to hold this grudge.
right.
So I don't want to be upset or hold ill will feelings towards anybody. So we was going out to Vegas, and I told Christian, he was like, yo, he was like, yeah. I was like, yo, invite the person too. And I even fronted and paid for his flight, but I was like, man, could look like he paid for it. Christian and stuff, and he reimbursed the flight. But I was like, listen, I pay for it. You got to pay me. He gonna pay you and stuff. And then once we got to Vegas, we ended it and stuff, and we've been back tight ever since. So it wasn't social media bashing, but it was it was a falling out, and then like I said, I'm not trying to keep uh anger or any ill will feelings, even if it don't go back to where it was, which fortunately this one did go back to that. But
I
that,
see people. I see people all the time on social media. It never happened to me because I've been lucky to have like great friends. If we fall out, nobody's gonna know about it but my circle. So, but I see people all the time, you know, bashing people on Facebook. You know, they trusted them with their darkest secrets, and they go put all their secrets on Facebook for the whole world to see.
oh,
And,
Actually,
and you know, they, huh?
mostly what gender do you see that happening?
Okay, but it can happen in both genders. But yeah, so and then I see them friends later on. I feel, me personally, if I don't trust you with my dark secrets and we fall out and the whole world have to know we fell out, and you have to go bash me on Facebook, you was never my friend, and you would never be my friend. I would never have that trust with you again. Also, I feel like if I fight you, I can't be your friend no more. Like I've had plenty of girls that I done fought, and like they reach out to me as we getting older and stuff, like, hey, um, you know, we shouldn't have did that. That was stupid what we fought over. Yeah, you know this now, it was stupid, but back then when you was all big and bad, you know, it was, oh, you wanting to fight. So now you see, you know, you wore your ass whooping and now you still want to be my friend. No, it don't work like that.
And you beat their ass.
I beat their ass.
Drea. Hey, so speaking of Facebook, right? So with the country in itself, you see a bunch of posts on you uh 45 in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so what about uh friends who support like that type of stuff? So if you got friends like that who votes for Trump, how do you feel? Or if they don't hold the same core values that you hold? Because I see sometimes, like, you see, like, matter of fact, I know this one girl. She like lost family members over the whole Black Lives Matter stuff, and she's mixed, black and white, and her white side, felt like, oh, she was racist towards white people or something like that. And just saying, like, so if you see somebody, one of your Facebook friends or your friends in real life, and they post like, oh, I'm voting for Trump, but you might think Trump is the reason for causing the racism in America even more, and you don't agree with what he's doing, but that person, do you just like, okay, now it's time to delete this person off Facebook? I can't mess with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, me, I don't bring up. I mean, we can talk about politics, but I'm not gonna take it serious with, like, it's not gonna be a reason for us to fall out. I'm not gonna stop like you because you like somebody that I don't like that. If we don't like the same person, then that's just something, I want to hear your side, you hear my side, and that's that. We're gonna leave it at that. It's not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna fall out by that. No, we might have a little debate, but when we see it start getting heated, we'll just move on to the next conversation.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a gray area too, in the sense like you can like who you want to like. That's fine. But when you don't respect, when there's a lack of respect between us two, that's when there's an issue. Like, I respect your decision, you have to respect my decision. Now let's move forward. That's why I don't really like talking politics with those that I would say are my friends, because that's a touchy subject for some. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it turns to a whole different dynamic when you're talking, they believe in all his views as far as the divide of the country and certain things about women and stuff like that. Like, now it's like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. I don't agree with that. Like, I have an issue with that. If you agree with that how he's moving in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm okay to disagree with that person. I try not to get involved with Facebook. Like I see it a lot because you know we've all seen it a lot, especially within the past couple months. You know, um, and you see people's ignorance, and you see people coming out saying stuff that you looked at like, wow, I didn't think you really felt that way. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, yeah, I definitely distance myself. But the fortunate thing, a lot of them honestly were really just more so Facebook friends than anything. They weren't really friends I talk to on a daily basis. Now, if we're talking like a close friend, that's different.
And Major, we had one of our friends send us a text message with the whole 6ix9ine thing about him snitching, and I think it's really more the younger generation that hopped on it outside of like Akon,
Right.
um, but the younger generation is like, oh, I'm gonna bump his music. But one of our friends text us like, yo, if you do y'all support 6ix9ine, if y'all support 6ix9ine,
I
I
can't.
fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like, and
Yeah.
it's someone that was his belief. Like, if you support someone that's snitching openly like that, then I can't be around you.
Right.
And that's how, like, I don't go deleting people on Facebook for their views, like y'all saying, but it made me look at them different.
Mm-hmm.
It made me look at them like what's your true intention behind some of the posts you make.
Right.
Uh, like I have a guy at work. Like I said, I rotate with him. Good guy. But when the whole George Floyd thing happened, and I see him on Facebook friends with him, and I see him keep posting about the riots. The riots. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? But you posted about you haven't yet posted about why this black man died.
Right.
So I think like you're looking at the wrong thing. Your focus was wrong. Yeah, the riots is bad, but at the same time, the amount of energy you putting into the riots isn't nowhere near the amount of energy that's nothing.
That sparked the riots.
Yeah, that
Call
was riots. Like it starts to make me look at them like with the side eye.
Yeah. And then you look at like, then me personally, I had to reevaluate myself. I'm looking at these people like, well, for really, like, a lot of these people are acquaintances. Like, you know, you guys were talking earlier about, you know, hanging out with people out of work, outside of work. Like, there's only like legit 2 or 3 people like I hang out with outside of my job. Legit. One of them is your brother. You know what I'm saying? And the other two is my man D, my man. We call him Floyd, but you know Warren. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's really it. Like, other than that, I don't really hang out
Yeah.
with, like, we might go to happy hour, you know, with a couple of people, have a couple, you know, because I'll drink for free because, you know, they love buying me drinks, you know, so, hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, for the most part, they're really acquaintances. Like, again, like you said, they don't know my family names like that. They don't know a lot of personal details about me and my life. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, like, again, they're more so acquaintances, and that's the difference between like friendships and acquaintances. Like, friendships know you,
Yeah.
they know who you are as a person. They know what your intent is, even if you don't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things like that. Like, they know how you are, your character, your integrity. Like, they know you.
Yep. What I want to get into is kind of stuff that's happening. You see out there. I mean, obviously, you seen what happened with Nick Cannon, and he got fired from Viacom. But where he made a post where it basically suggested he thought about suicide. I didn't read the post exactly. And then you got Tamara Braxton, who tried to commit suicide. So I want to tie that into friends that you like. Basically, you know, some of your friends, you never know mental issues is going on. So, and it's a sad situation when these people who look like they got everything going for them, but then they are burying something inside. So you might have like a friend, not saying we know someone personally, but this is what we got to try to do. And matter of fact, I seen a quote today. There's a Robin Williams quote, and Christian Sister actually posted. It says, "Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always." So, talking with a friend of mine, and we talk about mental issues, and the whole don't get tricked. It's talking about the trauma. Originally is you want to talk. It's about the trauma we dealt with growing up in the hood, and it all comes back to, you might see somebody that is perfectly fine, and I tell this about a military dude. You don't know what they did when they was overseas, so that PTSD is
real.
serious. It's real. Just like there's friends right now, we might be fine. You might be like, oh, he was just fine last week. We got to check up on all our friends, and taking these celebrities, and even with Kanye, it looked like Kanye's going through something right now.
Through a meltdown, it seems.
So at every chance we get an opportunity, your strongest friends that you might think like life is going good for them, check up on them.
I'm gonna say this, and it ties into what you was talking about. Now, my brother-in-law, who he actually became a brother to me over the duration of my marriage, and even after, like we stayed connected where we talked a few times a week. Hey, bro, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? What's new with you? Just catching up, making sure everybody's good. You know what I'm saying? Now, this guy was the life of the party. Took care of his family, had the big house, like had a lot going on for himself. And we get a call Christmas Eve to find out he took his own life. Now, this is something that even to this day, this was this past Christmas Eve. Even to this day, we still don't believe, because it's like, yo, like I just talked to you. Yeah. Like I'm looking, like I still got a voicemail on his phone. Like, and there was like no sign, like no real indication of why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, in retrospect to what you were saying, Lee, is like, you never know what people are really dealing with inside, what type of demons they have, or what type of mental health is real. I'm gonna just put that out there. That's real. And I was one of those who didn't really believe in it until I seen it for myself with certain kids that I work with, and seeing how they act and reacted to certain things. And I was blown away. And then with my brother-in-law's situation, that one actually hurt me the most, because I was like I said, I was really close with him. You know what I mean? And to find out he took his own life, like we were trying to put pieces of the puzzle together to like, nah, man, somebody killed him, or no, there's no way. So, but that goes to show, like, you never know what people are really going through, what they're dealing with internally, and sometimes they need an outlet. Sometimes by like you mentioned Kanye, like by his ranting or whatever the case may be, he might be crying for help. We don't know. Obviously, we're not in that circle with him, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know.
I have a friend that, every once in a blue moon, we'll get a message like, yo, I love you. Like, it's pretty much a message. To me, it sounds like a goodbye message. So I'm always like, what's up? What's going on? Like, and there's always something behind it. Like every time that friend sends me, I love like a whole little speech. Thank you for being my friend, this and that. I know it's something wrong. It's a cry out for help, because they need that attention. So I always pick up the phone like, yo, what's up? You okay? Like, you need me to come sit down with you? What's up? I'm here for you, because that's one of my close friends. And I would hate to see, something happens, because you know, we thinking, oh, she's okay, but in reality, she's going through a lot of stuff that we don't know about. So I always look for clues. Even myself, like, it's like people look at me like, oh, you're a strong woman, but only if people knew, like, you know, everything I done went through in life and everything that I battle every day when I wake up. And it's just like, you know, yes, I smile because I'm a you know, a happy, cheerful person. I try to, you know, move on from the things that happen in my life. So I smile to cover the pain, but it's nice that, you know, I cry myself to sleep or whatever. And it's like, nobody would know that unless you, I mean, unless you live with me, I guess. Not even my husband knows sometimes. So it's just like, yeah, I don't never get a call like, hey, Drea, what's up? You okay? How you doing? Like, you know, people, and I just seen the status on Facebook. My cousin put up and she was like, you know, she just had a baby. She had her baby around when I had my baby. She said, everybody keep asking me, how's the baby? How's the baby? It's me y'all need to be asking how I'm doing, because I'm going crazy. Like, he won't sleep, this and that. Like, and people don't understand, like, you really have to check up on people because you never know what they're going through.
And I would say even now, so with the whole COVID situation, and with you know the deaths that are happening at a tremendous rate, and the people that are getting sick, and it's a lot of worry, it's a lot of anxiety. You know, people are scared. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to make that phone call to check up on you. Hey, just let you know I love you. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, you know, I'm here. You know what I mean? It definitely goes a long way. Because what we don't really realize, again, because we don't know what they're going through, but it could potentially save a life. And I think about that like, dang, what if I would have called my brother-in-law that morning or something? Like I still think about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like I,
don't
I could have stopped that.
don't let it be too late. Like, man, he was just good the other day or a couple of weeks ago when I talked to him. Like, nah, hit him up.
Yeah.
Drea said she had a baby. Check on her. Like, hey, you good? You okay? What you need? Just anybody. And it's life. Sometimes we could get busy, but don't get too busy for your friends, because like I said, it'd be the strongest people sometimes holding the most. They bearing what they really feel to carry the burden of others.
Yeah.
And we as whoever you feel is the strongest, like I said, just call them. And that goes back to episodes when we talked about telling these people, hey, I love you now.
Hmm.
And whether they're friends or family, let them know that how you feel. And then also seek out medical attention. Don't be ashamed to go see a therapist.
Right. Absolutely.
Life ain't we ain't picking on you for going to see a therapist, or we ain't doing this and that. It's okay, especially us as black people. We try to be too strong. We need to get out there and actually talk it out. I let a family member of mine know, like, yo, you got a lot of emotions. Go talk to somebody. Don't hold it in. You let it out when you talk to me on the phone crying.
Yeah.
Go talk to somebody, and don't be ashamed, because there's no shame in it. If I need to talk to someone, I'm gonna seek out professional help,
Right.
because you could talk to me and I'm gonna give you my opinion and my experiences, but that professional will know how to guide you, hopefully to the path you need to feel better and to let it out. So don't be ashamed, and just like I said, seek out help and contact everyone, man. Tell them you all love you. Nick,
Quick
love you.
story.
Drea, love you. Let
Love
say,
Quick story real quick on that. I was watching this live on Facebook. This girl, she went live and she was seeking out attention. She was seeking for attention and she needed that help. And she had two of her kids in the car with her. One was in the front seat on her lap while she was driving. And she was telling everybody, yo, I'm about to go kill us. I'm about to kill us. Everybody's saying, people on Facebook, writing her like, yo, where are you? I need to meet with you. Just give us the kids. Like, don't kill the kids. And she's like, I'm bringing my kids with me. I can't leave them, on the earth by themselves. Like, I'm bringing my kids with me. And I'm thinking, like, where was all her family when all this was going on? Like, where, like, she said her goodbyes to her mother. So if somebody telling me goodbye, I'm gonna be worried. Like, what's going on? Like, how did y'all not stop this? And she real deal. She went live of her driving, and you can hear her saying, "Oh, it's not enough traffic out here. I just wanted to go fast. I want to get it over with." And she's young at that, and you can hear her zooming up, like speeding the car up. It was so sad to watch. You can hear her speeding the car up, and she got into a car wreck, and her car flipped. Thankfully, everybody lived through it, but her child that was on her lap flew out the window. That child was injured the most. Like, it was so sad. Then the father went live in the hospital with the child. Like, the child, all all cast up and stuff, like really messed up. And it was so sad because she just crying. You could tell she's in so much pain. And that's sad. Like, your kids got to live with that for the rest of their lives, that you try to kill them. Like, that's sad. That's very sad. And she really needs some mental help. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, where were her people at that time? Where were her support team? So.
Nah, that's definitely real. That's definitely something sad. I couldn't even imagine watching that.
Man, it was sad. It was very sad.
So we have any closing remarks?
Closing remark, friends. How many of us have them?
You were supposed to kick in that high note.
Oh.
You.
Oh no. Get a high note.
Again, I'm your man Major, Just Major, aka Pretty Ricky. This was another great episode, Don't Get Tricked, episode 6, with my two lovely co-hosts.
And it's your boy, Big Lee.
Your girl, Drea.
Don't forget to check us out. And all seriousness, if you're going through something, seek help, seek friends, seek family. Definitely don't play around with it. And if you know someone, just give them a call. Sometimes a hug or a phone call goes a long way. We love y'all. Stay blessed. We out.